here.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Good ideas. Yeah, exactly that. That's good answer. And again, remember, it's not what you say. Lookmere had some good ideas, but more importantly, he expressed them in correct English. So again, it's all of the main goal. Okay. So as I've got here, okay, you're not judged on ideas, you're judged on how you talk. Again, okay, you don't need to come up with a list of ideas. So the one I asked you before about why do people go shopping, you don't have to think, oh, I've got to think of 5 ideas why people go shopping. I can only think of 2. That is fine. Okay, just think of the 2 ideas, such as, well, we like to go shopping for clothes. We like to go shopping for clothes because we like to have the latest fashions. We like to buy clothes that we can show you our friends. So you pick 1 or 2 ideas and talk about them in more detail. Okay, so does that make sense to everyone? So all you need to do with any topic is just maybe think of 2 ideas and talk about them in more detail. Don't think that you have to think of 5 ideas for every topic. That is too hard, and you don't need to. So just think of 1 or 2 ideas. As I say, the first things that come into your head are usually the best ones. Okay, and they're usually the best ones. They come into your head in the first place because you know something about them. So for part 3.1, just talk in more detail. Okay, always use vocabulary that you know, not making a mistake. And as I said before, never say I don't know, okay, or I can't think of anything. Okay. So as I said before, okay, it will get harder as part 3 goes on. So in that case, you just do your best. So maybe it is a topic which you've never thought about. What do you think of space travel? Okay, not 2. What do you think of space travel? Not 2. Yeah. Good. Not 2. Good. Good. That's good. Instantly you thought of 1 or 2 ideas. Okay, even though I know you probably don't know much about space. Okay, but you had 1 or 2 ideas, and then you just keep talking about them. And sometimes you will find when you start talking about something else will come into your mind about the same topic, so you can keep talking. So with part 3, you need to talk for a bit longer than part 1. So you may be looking to speak for 5, 6 sentences, right? More than part 1. Can money buy happiness? Not clear.
No. Because happiness is built by the family, the success in job or love or something like that. Money just buy things, not emotion.
That's right. Very good. Okay. Money just buys things, not emotions. Wow, that's really good. Okay, so that is a good idea. But apart from that, English is fine. That is the main thing. Okay. So like I said, remember these part 3 topics you need to talk about for long. So you need to talk about your ideas in a little bit more detail. I won't worry too much about these because now we're going to get on to part 2. So the main thing to take out of what I said about part 3 is whatever topic you are asked, just try to think about 2 main things, right, and develop them in a little more detail. Should everyone go to university? I don't know, but you need to think of a couple of reasons why or why not. Yeah. Did everyone go to university? All right. Back to part two, which is, like I say, it's going to take us a little while for me to get through each of you, but this is what we're going to do. All right. You've all got a phone with you? All right, everyone, this one. Please choose a photo from your phone. Okay. These are the bullet points that I have. Alvin. Alvin. Okay, what did I say about bullet points before?
You don't have to answer all.
Correct. You don't have to answer any of them if you don't want. Okay. All right, everyone. So I'm going to start with. All right. Please choose a photo on your phone. Just give me 30 seconds to choose one. I know most of you have got lots of photos on your phone. How was it? But you're still alive.
Yeah, I'm still alive.
Okay. And then you don't have to do this, okay?
Okay.
So
Bỏ khẩu trang với con nó
relax.
phải không? Yeah, relax nhiều.
Relax.
Chơi thôi, con hiểu không? Ăn bánh đi. Còn bánh không? Con lấy bánh cho. Uống gì không?
Người ta hỏi con về experience của
Okay. So for me, going to start with you, okay? All right. So sorry, I don't have to start right now. So I'm just saying I'm going to start with you. So everyone, I'm going to go around the room randomly with this, all right? Okay. So I'm not going to start here, okay, and keep going around like this. So I'm going to be picking you out randomly. All right. So everyone, so please, you have 1 minute from now. Okay, prepare your talk. So choose a photo on your phone.
Yeah, listen to the picture, please.
Choose a photo on your phone. Okay, use these bullet points if they are useful. If they are not, make up your own. But 1 minute from now, from me. Okay? I'm going to time you all for 2 minutes. Seconds from me. So what I want you to do is just show everyone your phone, okay? Before you start talking, you don't have to stand up. So everyone, before you start your talk, can you please just hold your phone up so everyone can see the picture? So they know what you're talking about. Like I say, if you don't like the bullet points that are on the topic card, make up your own. The main thing is to talk about a photo from Only is going first.
Wow.
Right. Are you still finding a photo?
Yeah.
Have to choose a photo. Okay, are you ready for me? Okay, so can we see the photo first, please? Okay, what is it a photo of?
This is the Vietnamese name in I don't know. And I took this after our show and when the just and whenever I see this big picture, I really miss my experience in summer and I bring my friend to I haven't seen them for a long time. This is my picture.
So you're supposed to talk for 2 minutes. That was 30 seconds.
Yeah,
Okay, so you had a minute to prepare. Remember, you're only going to get a minute from the test. Okay. Okay, so second is not to.
Tại con một tí nữa tại nói đấy. Thì vô không biết gì vấn đề gì.
Yeah, you can show everyone too. Okay, and just what is this not to before you start? What is the function?
This is
Your teammates. Okay, just want to hold it up. No, not to. So everyone, please can you just pay attention for a moment? Not to.
Con đơn đi.
Not to. Just hold it up again. So this is not to with his teammates. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Please start whenever you're ready.
Con như cái gì à? Con như không phải.
I'm for last year my boy right? After the football tournament although I have gone for practicing
It was 30 seconds as well. Okay, it has to be 2 minutes. Everyone. Okay. So obviously, from me and not to, you need to practice and be able to talk a little bit longer than that. All right, next is Tukling, please. All right, Tukling, first of all, can you just please show us all your photos? Okay, and okay, it's a photo, all I can is someone holding a baby.
Me.
Right. Okay. All right, this is a photo of Tukling with a baby. Okay, Tukling, whenever you're ready.
Okay. Yes. Here's a picture. Yeah, in the picture, there are his my uncle, daughter, and me. She is 1 year old and we have a beautiful smile. This picture was taken by my sister, and she has taken when I was holding my daughters, and these pictures were taken in my uncle's house, and you see that in the picture, my daughters have a beautiful smile. She was very happy. Were very happy, and I have a funny story that after took this picture, this photo,
my daughter's my uncle daughter suddenly cried. She cried for no reason, and everyone had to had to um,
That's a bumper.
had to pamper her, and so that is a very memorable picture.
Okay, 2 minutes,
me.
good. Okay, 2 minutes, and you made 2 minutes to win. That's very good. Okay, Jawi, what did you think of Tukling's one?
I think she needs to practice more to talk more fluent.
No, that's fine. Okay, okay, so Tukling, I think, knows that already. All right. So, yeah, so the first positive thing is Tukling, number one, you are the first person who's talked for 2 minutes. Okay, number one, very good. All right, number two, okay, you talked about the photo, I think, for maybe a little bit longer than was necessary. You were starting to run out of words to say what was in the photo. Okay,
Actually, I think I have
but so for a photo like this, you only need to spend a short amount of time.
I think I need to choose a photo with a lot of people that I can.
Not necessarily. So I'm just about to say. So all you need to do is say at the start, okay, this is a photo of me with my uncle's daughter.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, it was taken such and such, 6 months ago. All right, at my house in Hanoi. Now, I want to tell you a funny story about what happened with my uncle's daughter. That was very good. Okay, that was perfect. That everyone, please pay attention to this because that's exactly the sort of thing you need to do with this sort of exercise. So, Tukling, okay, didn't use hardly any of these bullet points. Okay, she went on to talk about a story that she had associated with her uncle's daughter. Okay, and she prefaced it, she introduced it by saying, here is a funny story. Okay, which is a great way of getting people's attention. Everyone likes to hear a funny story, don't they? So the moment someone says, I've got a funny story about this photo, okay, straight away you get attention. And then Tukling, you stop looking at your notes and you started to tell the story. Okay, which is great. In which case you don't need any notes because you are telling the story from what is in your head already. All right, so that is really good. And that is a really good way to answer questions like this. Okay, so you think of some story associated with, in this case, the photo, and you talk about the story. All right, and so the only other thing you could have added in, I don't know, you had a bit of a gap in the middle there, was this one. How does it make you feel? How did it make you feel when the baby started crying? For no reason, but maybe something to do with you.
I'm feeling so.
Yeah, but that is something you don't have to tell me now, but yeah, that is something you use in the story, okay?
Yeah.
And again, because it is something, you don't always have to talk about something that's true, of course, but because it's something that happened to you, very easy for you to remember how you felt. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so obviously what Jawi said was correct.
Yes.
You need to become a little
Main point.
more fluent.
Yes.
But that is why we're doing this practice. So please, everyone, no one feel embarrassed by if you can't talk or you have pauses or something like that, okay? We're just here for practice. Okay, Dr. Ian.
Well, picture of the girl in the orphan with a new toy. Actually, at the orphan that I visited as a volunteer in the last winter. Well, I took that picture. I took that photo because when
Everyone, good.
when we give them toys and clothes, they feel very happy, and I see the smile of happiness on the face of her. And all the kids of the orphan are very nice and very curious. And I feel very sympathized for him. I understand the loneliness he has to suffer when from small to then, and I feel kind of proud and happy because I'm do good things. That
Okay, so that was 1 minute and 9 seconds. Okay, okay, a little bit short.
management.
Okay, Paula, no, what do you think of this book?
Yeah, it's a bit short. I think that he gave main points of the photos, and he also expressed how he expresses feelings about the photos. So I think it's a good. He also gave good vocabulary.
Okay, good point. So she is right, I think. So you were very good at talking about your feelings, okay, how it made you feel, you know, about the orphans. And then how you felt about doing the good thing for them. I think to make it longer, this one, my suggestion is you can talk a little bit about the orphans themselves. You did a little bit, okay? But you need to maybe talk a little bit more about. For example, this orphanage has about, and again, it doesn't have to be true. This orphanage has about 200 children in it. They are a mix of boys and girls. Some of them are orphans because their parents died. Some of them are orphans because they come from big families and their families can't afford to have too many children. So that's why some of them are here. But they're not here just because their parents have died. Some of them, their parents are still alive, and their parents still sometimes come to visit them. There was one little boy I saw, and his smile broke my heart because he obviously came from a poor background. His clothes weren't very nice, but he interacted with the other children so well, and they were always so happy to see him that every time someone greeted him, they gave him like a high five, he burst into the most beautiful smile. So it broke my heart. Okay, so see the sort of thing you can do with that.
Right after the
You can, but you can also just think a bit more detail. In your preparation, talk about orphanage. Okay, talk about who is here in the orphanage. Talk about one person that you saw that left some impression, and then talk about how you felt to be there, and that will easily fill up 2 minutes. Does that make sense? Yes. Okay, does that make sense, everyone? My suggestions to him. Okay, so you fill up time by talking about the situation. Okay, if your photo is about a particular situation, talk about maybe some of the people in that situation. Maybe you were talking about a photo of a football match. Okay, you could even talk about maybe a little bit about football in general in Vietnam or in the league you played in. Okay, there are many, very easy to fill up 2 minutes once you start to think about it. Remember, as long as you are answering the question, this is a very broad question, choose a photo from your phone and talk about it. Yours was about football, you could talk about anything to do with football. Okay? Okay. Who is next? Paula. Okay, let's just show us your photo first, people.
Okay, so there's a photo.
Which is, I can.
Oh, it's so should I start talking now?
I would just give you a first, just a one line.
Cookies.
Cookies, okay, yeah.
Okay, so this is the photo of our cookies, and the background story of this photo is when I the president and the other vice president of our club, which is the Ielts club, that I'm the vice president of, has had come up with an idea that we should make our cookies by ourselves for the members of the club for the first meeting. So we start doing that by buying ingredients, and we bake them at our friend's house, and we bake them for like from 2 p.m. to like 7 p.m. It took a long time, but it's really worth it because we devoted our time, our effort, and our love into those cookies for our members. So it actually failed, and we have made a few mistakes. We had also like fired the oven of his house, but I think it's okay because the results come up is really delicious, and our members all like it and appreciate it. So the reason I choose this photo because it shows my precious love for my club and my members, and I hope in the future I can have more opportunities and chance to do this for my club.
1 minute 38.
Still not.
Okay. Zong Ha, what did you think of Paula's stuff?
Throughout the time. And also the feeling about the picture.
Yeah, that's good. So everything you said was very relevant. Paula. Okay, especially talking about your feelings about it is good. Okay. How could you have made it longer?
The ending. Talk about something.
I mean, yeah, there are several ways you could have made it longer. I think you could have talked in more detail about some of the things that you actually mentioned. Okay. One trap that is very easy to fall into with this is trying to think of a list of things. Okay, which is a little bit what Paula was trying to do with their cookies. Better to pick on one thing, like Bao Ling did with her story of the baby. Okay, Quickly. Sorry. What Ling did with her story about the baby, she concentrated on one thing, which was the funny story about making the baby cry. So if you can do that, it's much better than trying to think of a whole list of things and then try to mention them all. You have to think of too much. Yeah, so that was good, Paula. Basically, just obviously needing to be a little bit longer and maybe something more about one of the things that you mentioned in a bit more detail. Okay, rather than trying to mention too many different. Okay. Okay, great. Okay, what's next? Beltran. Okay, what is your picture?
One thing about me,
Yeah.
it looks like an Italian.
Okay. Okay. All right.
So it took it in my friend's house and took it by an accident because so this time when my friend invited me to his house and we have lunch. So I came up there with a meat. So I bring it to there to his. So he says that he didn't have enough rice for us to eat. So I found spaghettis in his box. So I bring it out. And then I said it to him that believe in me. I just give me a pan so I can cook everything you want. So when I nearest the kitchen, I saw again in my head that I bring spaghetti box and meat. So I don't know why. So I just um in I just hold the spaghetti, so I started to think about Italian. So because I'm a silly person, so I pick up one spaghetti and hold it on my lips and say "Mamma mio." I don't know why. So yeah, this was taken by accident by my friend because he thinks it's funny, so I think it.
Okay, good story. 1 minute 37. Okay, still a little bit short, but okay. What do we think of that?
Tiếng Việt Việt khó nhỉ?
What do you think
Tao
of
khó
this?
nhỉ?
Not enough for 2 minutes. Okay, what did you think though about what he said? Yeah. Yeah. It's a good story. Okay, very good story. Just need to make it maybe a little bit longer. And the way to make it a little bit longer, I think, is talk more about, not so much about being Italian, but more about how you're going to make the pizza. You're talking about.
I'm talking about the spaghetti.
Spaghetti, sorry, not pizza. Spaghetti. Yeah. Yeah. So talk about, you could fill it in by talking in a bit more detail about how you would make the spaghetti. First of all, you get a pot and you fill the pot with water and then you boil the water. Right, then maybe you put in a little bit of salt and then you put in the spaghetti and you boil it for 12 minutes.
I only boiled for 6 minutes.
Okay, 6 minutes, fine. Okay, but that is how you fill up time. Just talk a little bit in detail about that. That would use up another 15 seconds easily. Okay? But the story was very good. That's very good. Okay. So the other reason, of course, why you practice is to get yourself used to being able to talk for 2 minutes. So you know what 2 minutes feels like. Okay, you don't need to record yourself doing that, of course. Just set yourself a goal of sitting down one day and giving yourself a topic that you have found online, okay, through Cambridge or whatever, and say, right, I'm going to try to talk about this for 2 minutes and see how that feels. After a while of doing this, you get an idea of what 2 minutes feels like. Okay? All right. Who is next? Ling.
This only for this my little sister.
Your sister.
My little sister.
Excellent.
She's 3 years old.
Okay. Whenever you're ready, please.
I took this photo at my home a few days ago. People went out for dinner. The weather was cold, so I took the jacket. First, I wanted to took this picture because it's a new jacket and she seems excited about it. But when my little sister see my phone, see my phone and her I say cheese, she tried to say hi, but she cannot do that. Her face was confused. And this made a photo of me. And adorable made me want to kiss on her cheek.
Cảm nghĩ mình lắm luôn.
And the end.
Như nào đây?
Okay, that is 1 minute. Okay, so you have 1 more minute. 1 more minute to go. Okay, so.
Viện thầy tài viện đấu luôn nhỉ?
Tommy,
Yes.
what did you think of her? What did you think of her story?
I think her photo and ideas both good and how she elaborates her ideas. But she speak a little bit short and also a little bit more too. Yeah, I think so.
Okay, that's fine. So how could we have made that longer? Need another minute. How about this for a suggestion? You book about your family a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to talk about a photo of my younger sister. All right. In my family, we have my mother and father, myself, and my younger sister. We live in this part of Hanoi. Okay? We've only lived there for about 5 years. Before that, we lived in Ielts. Okay, so you're talking about your family, still connected to the photo, right? But you're filling in time by talking about your family. Does that make sense? And then you can go on to talking about the photo. So what she said about the photo was good. The way you described it was great, really good. But you obviously need to make it a bit longer. And a photo like that, obviously, that is a family photo. You can talk for ages. In my house, it's not just my mum and dad and me and my sister who live there. My grandmother also lives with us. She's lived there ever since my grandfather died about 5 years ago. Okay, that sort of thing. We're still about talking about your parents. Okay, very good. Vietnam.
First we put my
Okay, Vietnamese class. Okay. Thank you.
the picture is taken after first we put my by my colleague. It taken it took last year when I have a new friends from my high school. Um, it it taken at Slahan Stadium in 7 a.m. Uh, we uh, we met versus other people and my teammates like very good and we have only one goal by lead and we win this match 1-0. I took it because it is interesting in memory with my friend. Uh, it made me memorable and I happy when I remember it and see it for them.
Tất cả có thể là bạn đã 50 đứa chẳng hạn.
Okay, 1 minute 3. Okay. Neil, Neil, what did you think of them?
The story is great, but I don't think like the picture have lots to say, so I think 1 minute is far.
Yeah.
Not that short.
Okay. What else should we have talked about? So the story is good.
Thực ra cái bức ảnh này dễ miêu tả mà nói thêm về mấy đứa nữa một đội với bao nhiêu đứa thằng trong đây có mấy thằng bản thân của mình chẳng hạn thế sao không nghĩ ra nhỉ cái vấn đề bác thấy vấn đề của bọn con tất cả mọi đứa đều là cái gì là cái phản ứng của mình cái phản ứng của mình nó quá chậm còn nhìn còn một cái thì mình có thể mình sẽ nghĩ được ra rất nhiều những cái điều trong đấy thôi thì mình bịa thì trong cái bức ảnh đấy trải lên một cái bức ảnh của cái anh đầu tiên bác rất là mừng là vì sao bác cảm giác như là rất dễ để nói rồi có đúng không nhỉ vì nó có rất nhiều người mình có thể bịa ra rất nhiều các cái ý tưởng như thế. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So, what could you think about to make it longer? Yeah. To make it longer, what could you talk about?
And can you talk about what is pushing people?
Yeah. 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 Good idea. Easily. That would easily come up another minute. Okay. Good. Okay. So, please, everyone, can you please be respectful to your classmates, okay, by not talking, right, when they are giving their talk. Thanks. Okay, next please, Bao Ling.
Yes. Thank you. It is my picture.
Okay, what is it?
This is a picture of my teacher and my classmates' house in my class.
Okay, so
yes.
please,
Nói
that's
lại từ
fine.
đầu con nhé.
Okay,
Thầy
please,
chưa
please
tính
start.
giờ đâu. Ít ra.
This picture I was taken in Wednesday is we celebrate have a teacher day for my teacher. It's a Vietnam traditional day to appreciate teacher contribution and for the special contribution. This day we organize uh, uh, a party for our teacher. Some of my friends and me organize decorate the board and and we have a slideshow to show the presentation of teacher day and some question about teacher day. And when and the parents come to the stage to give give teacher gift for teacher day, and he was very happy and exciting to celebrate. For my dear teacher, we no longer study with our teacher because we just had 1 year left. So we want to keep memories with our teacher. So I think and we was very
Okay, so that is not bad. Okay, 151, almost there. Michael, what did you think?
Oh, well, context was alright. It's big at a good pace. The voice is alright, the accent is good. The context about the teacher and is good. Overall, I mean, I don't really have any like. I can't really say anything.
No, this is good, Michael. That was good.
Like, there's no like
Good points.
no bad points about the.
Okay. Okay, that was good try. Good try. Okay, I know you're probably a little bit nervous about that. And I know that it's hard for everyone, I know, to speak in front of a class. Obviously, when you do the test itself, it will just be you and the examiner. So a little bit easier, you only have one person as an audience, but even so, it's hard. So you did very well speaking in front of the class. So I think for you, yeah, it was almost 2 minutes. You just needed to think of 1 or 2 other small things. Not for 2 minutes. It's just for you a little bit more practice. Okay, so you are not so nervous when it comes to speaking.
I guess I'm too shy.
Yeah, I know.
Too nervous.
I know. So you did very well. You had almost 2 minutes. That was fine. And you had some good ideas and a good subject to talk about. That was good. So again, like I say, it's just practicing being able to talk for just for 2 minutes, just getting used to being able to talk and forgetting about all these people around you. Who, by the way, all, as you know, all have to do the same thing. Okay. So it's not like you're the only one, but that was good. You can relax. Okay. We only have a few more to go. Thank you again, everyone, for being quiet.
Yeah.
Sorry, Paula. Can you go if you would?
Yes.
Oh, of course. Yeah. So again, thank you everyone for being patient with us. All right. I know it's a little bit hard to sit for so long, but hopefully you are getting something from listening to everyone else talking. Okay. And I don't like to use the word mistakes that people are making, because that's not quite right. Mistakes makes it sound like, you know, people are doing bad things. No one here is doing a bad thing. It's just that some of you are just a little bit inexperienced.
Thôi gọi mấy chị nhé.
So like I say, hopefully you're all learning something from the experience everyone else is going through. But, calming. Thank you.
So as you can see, this is a photo of the adults.
Nhưng mà sao sống đây làm lại cái nhé.
So I want to talk about a trip to
Okay,
Thailand.
bình tĩnh. Okay, start. Okay.
I want to talk about the trip to Thailand last year, which was very memorable for me. So I had some vacations with my family last year, and especially I had a chance to visit an animal farm which called Mogoland, located in the outskirts of Dalat. And I find it captivating because I have had a chance to participate in a lot of outdoor activities and make some new friends. So and I can also saw some breeds, animal breeds that I have ever seen before. I just saw them on the TV, but I saw them in the real life, make me feel so excited. And this is also in the photo. This is a goat that I miss the most because she welcomed me with a smile when I arrived here. So it had a white fur like a pillow with blue eyes, so I remember her the most. And when I arrived, I also had a chance to meet farmers in there with their hospitality and also their friendly welcoming all the tourists to the farm. And it gave me a sense of familiar. And last but not least, I had a chance to spend quality time with my family in the trips. So although I wasn't in the peak when I arrived to the land, but it was still a memorable trip for me to remember. So this is the end of my speaking.
Yeah, almost. 150.
Yes, this works.
Okay. Zong Ha, what did you think?
I think she had a great story. The press is okay, so enough to understand. She described the picture and the trip clearly. That interested me. But still, I don't have enough time.
Yeah, very close. Okay, very close. Yeah, so I agree with what Sun Ha said. Okay, good story. Okay, and you told it very well. Okay, it's great. Yeah, I didn't know goats could smile.
Yes.
Yeah, but so all you needed was just to talk a little bit more, with some other detail to fill in the extra 10 seconds. And again, this comes down to maybe practicing this a few times so you know how 2 minutes feels. The other thing I noticed, you did make 1 or 2 mistakes with your grammar. Some of the word choices were not quite correct. But for any of you who feel that maybe you are making some mistakes with your grammar when you are doing this, people who score 8 in the Ielts are not perfect. Even people who score 8, you can still make some small mistakes with word forms and grammar and still get an 8, okay? As long as everything else is okay about this. So please don't worry. If halfway through you think, oh no, I said the wrong tense, or I used the wrong form of a word, you know, my day is ruined. Don't, okay? Like I say, there are people, again, I've heard interviews with people who've got 8s. Said, oh, I still make 2 or 3 little mistakes, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so don't, if that happens to you during your talk, don't let that put you off. Okay, but yeah, good try. Okay. Okay, so.
Nói to hơn luôn nhá.
Okay.
Okay, that's the song when he was 6. Okay, very cute. Okay, so please start when you're ready.
This is a photo of me in my birthday when I was 6 years old, and that is 10 years ago. My dad take me to the park after school, and he took me a photo of me when I was playing a rock that set up. for children who I want people from really children when I was small. I take this photo because it is really special. All the photos when I was small that I can find. I think this really means to me. It make me feel that I have really grow up and I when I see this picture, I always remember about my childhood when I do meet to think about meeting. Uh, I always feel really happy when I see this photo.
Okay, so short by 50 seconds. Okay, so, shall I ask? Shall we? What did you think of this talk?
Uh, I think his story is okay, and but a little bit short, and also I think he speaks a little bit fast. He could a little bit slow down, so the story could be a little longer.
Maybe not 50 seconds longer. Okay, thank you, Charlie. Yeah, so you could slow down a little bit, okay, but again, that is just practice. All right, giving this to that. How could we, so again, my story, talking about the photo of you 10 years ago. How could we have made it longer? Yes, well, yeah, but what other detail could you talk about? Do you think? Yeah. Very good. That's a very good idea. Yeah. More handsome, yes. Yeah, all those things. That's a good idea. So you could, talk about the changes between now and then. Even what has happened to you in your life since. Okay, so you could say, when I was 6, I'd been at school for 1 year. Okay, now I've been at school for 8 years, and in the become I learned to do this and I learned to do that, but I didn't know that I was the person in that place. Okay, yeah, very good suggestion. You can be the next teacher. Okay, not many to go now. Thanks. So again, thank you everyone for being patient. Who did I have next? Look, Leah.
This is meeting my friends when I dressed up as an employee. So our school have a annual event that happens every school year called Book Week. So there will be like book donation and discussion and workshops all throughout the week, and at the end of the week, which is Friday, the last 2 periods will be the summary. There will be the summary, and classes will like dress up as book characters. So book characters to like or to present to the whole school. So unfortunately, I got picked to be Snow White, and I can say like I don't like that idea when I was like in 9th grade, because let's say I'm a shy dude, and me dressing up as Snow White, presenting to the whole school to see, it's not a good idea for at that time. But after my friend encouraged me to like do it, and I decided to do it anyway. So I did, and so this is the picture when after I dressed up as Snow White, and I took the picture with my friend who is dressing up as a flower. So after the event, it was very fun, and let's say I gained a lot of popularities from that event after dressing up as Snow White, because like no boys in my let's say no boys in that event dress up like as a princess. So it's kind of fun for me. And looking back at this picture, it's kind of nostalgic because I'm with my 9th grade friends. So yeah, that's my thought.
Okay, 1:45. Okay,
Vẫn chưa thế nào đạt được đến
that's good, but
nó cái kiểu khó khăn giống như
great progress.
Really putting on.
Bertrand, what did you think?
chính xác.
I is need a bit nervous. Too fast, so I can this slowly. So it's a great for the running.
I agree. So fantastic story. Thank you. Fantastic photo. Okay, and great talking about how you felt as a ninth grader being made to dress up as a girl. Okay, that was all really, really good. So I guess the only thing to make it a bit longer is just talk about some more detail of why you were doing it or how it felt. I know you talked about that in the okay, but a little bit more because you only had 15 seconds to talk. And I don't think it was too fast for the sort of story he was telling. Okay? Because he was getting quite enthusiastic when you look there, talking about the story as you remember it. Okay, so that came through and that made you talk a little bit faster than you maybe would how I'm describing it now. So that was okay. I could still understand what you were saying. That is the main thing. Okay, but yeah, good choice of photo and good story. Okay. Excellent. So just again, practice a couple of times so you know how 2 minutes fits. Good, and good English too. Okay, thank you, Zong Ha.
Thiên Hà nào, bài con đấy.
First of all, your photo.
This is a photo of me and my member at the hub. So this photo is me and one of my member in our communication club at the school. Our club is a big club about communication, which divides into small group, and here is one of the group that I am the leader. This picture was taken when we had our first meeting. We came there at an early time, about 7:30 at AM. We start to introduce ourselves and get to know each other, have a play game, and have some activities to bonding our relationship, such as sing to who has that talent, can show to everyone like singing or dancing. We also play a game called I don't know what to call in English, but it's about when others draw a picture and others is have to guess what is it about. That game makes us more closer and have a fun time together. And after that meeting, we get together and took a picture to memorize that day that we first met. This picture is not enough of our club because still some people have individual don't have cannot attend it. And but still we have a great day together in the future.
Okay, stop. 2 minutes already. Wow. First person to exceed 2 minutes. How much more did you have to go?
I swear that I don't have
Enough.
no. I swear that I cannot go the past.
Right, yes, so I mean, yeah, you kept going. So I stopped her there because in the exam, they will stop you. Okay, they won't let you talk past 2 minutes. But it will stop you. Sorry, I don't want to be rude.
No,
Just stop.
actually, I think in about 1 minute and 50 minutes that I was going.
Right.
I swear that I cannot go the past, so I can
Keep going. So now you know how it feels. That's good. Now then, What do you think of her talk?
The story good. Like I would say the Bella are correct. So she work all time. I think overall it's good.
I agree. Thank you, darling. Yeah, overall was very good. So you spoke very clearly. Okay, I could easily hear you from here. Okay, no problem. Your grammar, pronunciation is good. Story was good. Great, very good. Excellent. Okay, so I think we only have one left. Charlie. Thank you for waiting until being the last, Charlie. Am I right? Everyone else is full?
Oh, you missed.
Michael. Not
Michael,
yet, yes.
sorry, Mike.
Sorry.
Yes, you are. Sorry. So you know when you're coming.
So I show this picture.
Yes, please.
I show this picture, please.
Which is
A group of my friends and me. So this is a picture of me and my group of friends, my gang, my trustworthy mates. Many people in Vietnam, like in Vietnam, believe that if you took a picture of three people, the both will cut the middle ones. And we have been taking this kind of picture since for like 6 years. So I think it goes pretty respect us like somehow. We have been friends since grad 10, and we have a lot of memory. She used to be a president of class, so when it when when it comes to the subject that we don't like, she usually pull us out and we walk around school and have a chat for like 30 to 40 minutes, and we come back to class like nothing happened. It was really fun. Um, there's nothing different. There's nothing special about this picture, but every time I open and saw this in my library, it reminds me of a song photographed by Assurance because it kept a lot of memory, and also our book used to have like a 9 people in it, but because we after high school we study in different university, and also we have like different group and priority. So I really appreciate what we have, and because I also an introvert person too, so I do not have a lot of close friends that I could share my feeling with. So yeah, I really appreciate. And next month, at the end of next month, we have planned a trip to Hue. So I really look forward to that. Yeah, that's all.
wow.
Wow, okay,
2 minutes. 2 minutes. Okay,
Excellent.
excellent. Prize for getting 2 minutes on the dot. That's great. Dear Anne, what did you think of the song?
The story is very good. I think the story is
Think before you and I are both very clear. We could hear very easily what you were saying. Yeah, yeah, so your voice very good, very clear. Okay, good pronunciation. Not many mistakes in grammar. Okay, obviously you got 2 minutes, and the story was good. Yeah, good vocabulary too. So excellent, Charlie. Well done. Great. Okay, again, everyone, thank you for being patient. We have just one more, okay, and then it will be the end of the class. Michael, my apologies. Okay. Please show us. Yes.
class that I took
A class, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry that my voice today is good, so that's fine.
Take that into account. Yeah.
So the context of this picture was me and my friend operating class, a special class. I'll tell you how special it is after this. Or the reason why I took the picture is because I want to make a memorable moment. Because this is the first time I've ever been a teacher. And being a teacher or especially this class, makes me feel more like grown up. And now I'll answer the reason why this class is special. The class contains the sixth grader and seventh grader students. Also, the class took place in an orphanage. The orphanage was pretty near my school. It's around 3 kilometers from my school. Well, it makes me feel happy when teaching them, creating an environment for them to smile instead of crying because of their past. It helps me to get more experience in my future jobs or I could get more and more. And a bit out of context, the orphanage was built in 27, is the year that I was born. After the class was finished, the children greets us with each of them with a smile on their face. They even gave us candies that I gave them as a goodbye gift, and we came home with our teacher, who provided us with knowledge, with happiness in our face, and a member.
Yeah, to be so ready.
I just asked with
No, I knew you would have no problem for them 2 minutes, you know, usually. Okay, Tuk Ling, what do you think?
I think a good story and with that is not never when we talk. That is good.
Okay, good. So yeah, I agree, Michael. So obviously you were easily able to fill up the 2 minutes. Maybe a bit too easily, the story kind of wandered a little bit. Yeah. So you need to be, and I think I mentioned this before, just be a bit more, the English word is succinct. It can be a little bit more shorter in your description.
I just came to the ending, so I don't think it's got to.
Yeah. So, we've done talks before and you are easily able to fill up 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So you have the opposite, problem to everyone else.
I have too many ideas.
You have too many ideas, yeah. So again, just because you can easily talk about your ideas, just concentrate on maybe 3 or 4 of them. So the same number of, like the bullet points, you don't use those bullet points, obviously, but just have 4 ideas maybe that you can talk about.
Yes.
And that will help.
I got 6 ideas.
Yeah, so 4, so 4 is enough.
All right.
Okay, because you can easily talk about each one for nearly 30 seconds.
I'll sum up it next time.
Yeah. Okay, good. But very fluent. Okay, again, not many mistakes in grammar. I know you've got a cold or a cough.
Yeah,
I could still understand what you were saying. So good, Michael. Yeah, that's great. There's no problem with that. Okay, everyone. So that is almost the end of the lesson today. Thank you for being so patient for the last hour or so. I know it's a bit difficult to sit and listen to everyone. But I hope you are able to get something out of what everyone else said. So for those of you who started, I know it's a bit difficult being the first. Okay, it's a bit difficult being the first. So thank you for that. And I hope you got some ideas of how to make your talk longer in the future. All right. So again, the main thing to take out of this session is 1, to make your own bullet points. Okay, if you don't like these, you don't have to do these. You do have to, however, talk about the topic. All right, but make your own bullet points. And again, like I was saying to Michael, just try to concentrate for this exercise on as few things as possible that you think are going to fill up 4 minutes. Okay, so in Michael's case, maybe he could have only talked about 2 particular things. But for the rest of it, okay, maybe 4 things. So the bullet points are listed at 4 for a reason. Okay, that means it gives you the chance to talk about each subject within your talk for maybe about 30 seconds each. Okay, so if you have trouble filling up the 2 minutes, Okay, just maybe write down 4 bullet points as part of your 1-minute preparation. And then know that you have to talk about it for 37 minutes. That will give you a better idea of how to reach 2 minutes. All right, so again, it's been a long lesson, so thank you everyone. It's been, of course, wonderful to see you all again.